a book that is supposed to be an autobiography. I am not Yvonne Nelson, that is the name of the book, and this is supposed to be a book about her life and a book that documented everything that has happened in her life. This launch happened at Pediase Valley Resort, yes, on the Ibi Mountains, no. A lot of people were there, Becca, Medica, a lot of people were there for the launch. Now, the book was launched, and this morning, just a few hours after the launch and after the book has gone out, no, trending news, Sarkodie allegedly impregnated Yvonne Nelson in 2010, and he said he wasn't ready for the pregnancy, and so Yvonne Nelson had to terminate the pregnancy. This is hot. I'm the Headless YouTuber, this Headless Reactions. Yanko! Now, the number one question on everybody's mind is, why did Yvonne Nelson wait this long? And why is Yvonne Nelson coming out with this now? Is Yvonne Nelson trying to break Sarkodie's family up? Is Yvonne Nelson trying to break Sarkodie's relationship with Tracy? 13 years ago, 2010, Yvonne Nelson claims she got pregnant for Sarkodie, and this is in her book. Now, if we read some pages of the book, this is what she wrote. Now, she said, I had gone for a pregnancy test to confirm what becomes the most obvious conclusion for a sexually active young woman who misses her monthly flow. I was in the company of Karen, which is her friend. And when the test results were ready, I wasn't strong enough to open it. She did and declared the verdict. Charlie, it did there. That was what her friend told her. It did there. The child is in the womb. Yanko, these are what she has written, like words from her book. On an ordinary day, I would have laughed out loud, and that would trigger a sting of jolly conversation and jokes. But this was no laughing matter. It was a grim piece of information that was capable of turning my life upside down. I wasn't the only one responsible for the situation, so I called the man whose potent seed has germinated in me. His name is Michael Owusuado, a renowned Ghanaian musician who is better known as Sarkodie. Somewhere 2010. This was what was happening in Ghana. Sarkodie was a budding musician with the potential to become one of the biggest artists in Ghana and beyond. At the time, however, the future looked uncertain, and his way through the maze of life still appeared too foggy to predict. Success was not guaranteed. He was still living with his mother and was not ready to carry the burden while he was being carried by his mother. Let's just say in 2010, no, can you? Baby, that thing they do me came out in 2009. In 2008, 2007, Sarkodie was going to a Kasahari level. Sarkodie was somehow popular. In 2010, Sarkodie was big. Sarkodie was big in Ghana in 2010. Baby was trending in 2010. Can you? Sarkodie and Tracy reportedly have been moving for all this while. So does that mean Sarkodie was dating Tracy Success when this happened? Why has Yvonne Nelson decided to bring this out now? Now, touching on the relationship between she and Sarkodie, Yvonne Nelson and Sarkodie, Yvonne admitted that it wasn't anything serious. That she and Sarkodie, their relationship, it wasn't like they were in a serious relationship and the pregnancy came. Now, this is what she said. I wouldn't call what had developed between us a serious relationship. I gravitated toward people in the music industry. For the longest time in my life, music was my getaway from all the unpleasant things life threw at me. So I liked his talent. We started talking and got closer. Nature said, No. But Yvonne Nelson at 2010 was also not small. According to Yvonne, Sarkodie was not ready for to be a father. So she had to take the painful decision to abort the baby. and this is a quote from her book. The first thing that hit me when he said no to keeping the pregnancy was my own life. I had grown up without a father in my life. I had often been reminded of how I had been born by mistake. I was still wondering if the man whose name I bore was my father. How was I going to bring another human being into the world to live like me? Someone whose father would reject him or her, as Mr. Nelson rejected me. If there was a way to spare someone else the trauma I was contending with, why would I reject that option, especially when I was not? Thinking back on her decisions, now that she has matured, she's saying that back then, if she had known, she would have kept the pregnancy. And this is what she said. One of the most regrettable mistakes in my life. If the clock of life could be rewound to my younger self, I would keep it. Now, if you go to page 93 of the book, I Am Not Yvonne Nelson. If you go to page 93, she documented how the abortion process went for her. Everything is in the book. Now, she said the operation did not inquire any hope in me that it would be safe. I was given an injection that was supposed to numb the pain, but I would still feel it. I could feel the screwing inside me. I even thought my entire womb was being removed. Whatever it was, my only prayer was for a successful outcome. This was when she was going to do the abortion. From the health facility, I went back to my friend's hostel. As had happened with my NOVDEC exams after school, I hoped and prayed that I would be lucky with this second attempt. The pain again was intense, and I bled profusely. I felt worse because Sarkodie left me to my fate in the most difficult period. He did not call to check up on me or find out how the procedure had gone. Hey, assembly penny, what kind of hey. Now, these things coming out at this time, no dear. Let's continue reading. Having an abortion is one of the most regrettable mistakes in my life. If the clock of life would be rewound to my younger self, I would keep it. But the benefit of hindsight is sometimes not useful because the lessons learned cannot be applied retrospectively. I don't know how others who have been through it feel, but my abortion haunted me for years. For instance, whenever I visited the gynecologist, I had to fill out a form. There was a place on the form that asked whether I had had an abortion before. Knowing that it was important to be truthful to in my disclosure to health professionals, I had to tick the abortion box. It was not just a tick, but a disclosure of my moment of shame in a judgmental society, sharing a dreaded piece of secret with people whose perception of me might never be the same. Now, all these things are in her book, and the name of the book is I Am Not Yvonne Nelson. Personally, I have not read the entire book. A section of the book is trending, and this is the news I'm bringing to you. I don't know whether this is fictional, but according to sources, it is supposed to be her autobiography. Everything in the book is supposed to be things that have happened in her life. And even if it were fictional, would Sarkodie give her permission to use his name in such a way that would draw such negativity towards him and his family that can shake his foundation with Tracy's success? These are questions that must be asked. Into the news that is circulating right now, that means if they had kept the baby in by now, Sarkodie's son or daughter would be 13 years from 2010 all the way to 2023 now. 13 years. And Sarkodie wasn't that of a small boy in 2010. Now, some people are saying all this while there were hints, but we didn't notice. Because once upon a time, Sarkodie was asked to choose between Yvonne Nelson and Lydia Forson. And this is what he said. Watch this video.
Who is more your type, Lydia Forson or Yvonne Nelson?
I don't know Lydia personally. I've had an encounter with Yvonne.
Okay. So really and truly, you picked Yvonne.
Because I know
So
her.
you
Don't
picked
twist
Yvonne.
this.
So it's now that this clip is coming out and people are saying, so it means that there's some kind of history and people are linking the dots. Share your views in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is serious? Do you think it's fictional? Do you think Sarkodie and Yvonne Nelson have intentionally done this for the book to, or you think it's true? And if it's true, what implications would that have on Tracy's success, on Sarkodie's marriage, on Sarkodie's image? What do you think would happen now? How do you think Yvonne Nelson will be viewed? Why is it now that she's bringing something that she said if she's ticking a box in her gynecologist's office now? She felt the shame, but now she's telling the whole world. How do you think it is? Let me know in the comment section. And I don't know. Watch other videos on this channel. Tell somebody about Headless. Yeah,